I'm your professor for network infrastructure, COMP10019, network infrastructure at Moore College. I'm just trying to bring you and put in a face so that we can talk. Since the last Wednesday, some of the students came to the invite of the start of the course. As you know, this course is an asynchronous class, which means basically it's not your typical class in which you have to come to class and I have to lecture you and stuff like that. It is more of a self-paced course which you do online, and that means you have to go through every material that I have in the course shell. This course itself is very self-explanatory. It has 3 modules: Module 1, Module 2, and Module 3. Module 1 and Module 2 are basically self-paced. You have to follow the dates, the due dates for the midterms. When you finish your Module 1 and Module 2, which is individual self-paced, you do the midterm test of Module 1, then you go ahead, you start your Module 2, you do your midterm for the Module 2 test. Then you can now go into your Module 3, and for that one, you have to belong in a group. The group, basically, you have to interact, you join a group. You have to actually join it now if you can, because you want to work with some people you can read with, you can work with, maybe your friends, rather than having someone you cannot relate with in that group. So go ahead, the groups are there. It's yourself plus 4 other people, making 5 people, and then you guys can read together, you can discuss, use the discussion area of the group itself. Okay, if you do not join any group and it's getting towards Module 3, I'm going to put you in one group. You might not like the person you work with, but I've given you the chance to work with whoever you want. In each of the modules, there are tests that you can basically take. Just this test your knowledge, basically an ungraded. It just lets you know whether you are prepared to be able to take your mid test and all that is required for you to pass this this course, right? Like I was saying, first and foremost, you want to study and go through your assessment plan, course navigation notes, all the learning plan. Then you get yourself started with your Module 1. By now, I believe you're supposed to have been completing your Module 1 and gone through everything, do your test, your knowledge, and stuff like that, right? And then tomorrow, which is September 27, is when you're supposed to write your midterm. You can write it before. Some of my students ask the question if they have to wait till 27 to write it. No, you can actually write it today, you can write it yesterday, you can write it tomorrow. But what I basically discourage is for you to try to do your test towards the end of the day, because you could have some technology issue, your computer reboot, you trying to locate whatever Microsoft push and update, and your PC goes down. Because if you don't do it by the due date, there's basically nothing I can do, because you have it open all through with the due date of tomorrow, 27th of September. Okay, so when you finish your Module 1 midterm test, then you start your Module 2 right away on the 30th of September. Okay, you get started, you get things going, and by 5th, you do your Module 2 mid-test. Okay, similar to Module 1, you do your mid-test. You can do it early if you want, but it's just the due date that you have there. Then you can now start your Module 3. Like I said, Module 3 is a bit different because it's a group work. And part of the thing you have to do is you actually have to let me see your letter of intent, the proposal of intent. You're going to do a small video interview. You send it, I look at it, and then you can now go ahead after you submitted that to now start your project itself. Okay, in between you can reach out if there are anything not clear, but you know, in that your group, you you basically work with yourself. You assign someone a task, another person a task, so it's not like only one person will have to do it. Okay, you work, you collaborate together, and you do this together to make sure you submit it in time. There are two things I expect by the end of that your module 3 is basically you need to submit what is called your network design project proposal document, and then the network design proposal presentation. Normally, I would recommend that you pick someone that can present in that video that you're gonna use to do your presentation video call and things like that, so that you don't pick someone shy, someone not too conversant with presentation, because that might impact your marking and stuff like that. So pick someone you think can do the presentation and stuff like that. And like I was saying, know your expectation, know what you need to do. Midterm are usually like 90 minutes. Don't start towards the like 10:30 when it's going to be not very good in case you have technology issue. Do it way far beyond the due time. Know your expectation. Submit 2 things at the end of your module 3. By the time you submit it, that's almost like the end of the course. But there's one more thing you have to do. You have to do your peer review, because your peer review will let me be able to know what dynamics happen within the group. You know, if someone wasn't participating well, if someone was participating well, you know, anything that could happen, the peer review will let me know how to grade you guys and stuff like that. So have a nice time. I might be doing some short videos here and there when I deem it fit, and do focus on your course share, follow all through. Some people ask the question about is this part of a track for a certification and stuff like that. I would say no, but it guides you through it and stuff like that. So most of what you're going to learn, your OSI layer, your gigabit interfaces, a lot of things that you're going to learn during the course will shape you, help you through your knowledge and your physical aspect of labs and stuff like that, and how to design network, what criteria to use, and how you select what you need to do at the end of the day. Okay, so hopefully maybe I'm going to do some few more videos one of these days. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Let me know if you have any issues, and I expect everything to go smooth. One thing I would like to say is that when you're doing your test, I have a student come to me, oh, the test went off midway and stuff like that. Look, I'm able to track step-by-step keystroke. If you do 20 questions, if you do 30 questions, if you do 45, if you do 1, I will know by going to the back end. So be honest, be truthful about if you have any technology issue, I can investigate and know what to do at the end of it. So be honest. When you are not ready to write the test, do not write it. When you do your knowledge testing and you think you are ready, then go write the test. You only have 1 attempt, and better use the 1 attempt properly. Thank you. Like I said, this is Professor Adeolu Sonyaolu, and I'm your professor for this course, COMP10019. Have a nice day.